President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump. What an amazing event. Every night. You know, last night we were in Baton Rouge.
Go back here. Now you're all right.
Held for many years by Elton John, my friend Elton John. We had 12,000 and 4,000 or 5,000 outside. Tonight we have, I guess, much more than that, or we have thousands of people outside. You guys are right there. I just want to thank everybody. You know what it's become? This is a movement. This isn't just a normal situation. And I wish the press would show the stadium, but they don't do that. You know, they don't do that. But the people don't know that. They never, ever do it. You know, you go home. Even last night, we set a record. And one of the reporters actually called and apologized because they refused to write the real number. And they actually called and apologized. I won't say who, because actually the person's not a bad person. Look at the people. I mean, do you believe this? So we're doing well. We just left, as you know, New Hampshire. Those people are amazing people also. And they were saying, do you think Trump can do it? Do you think he can do it? You know, we won every single category in New Hampshire. We won young, we won old, I mean, think of it. Women, men, we won everything. We won everything. One of the commentators said, really, it's not fair. They've never seen anything like this. And I sort of knew it was going to happen, but you never really know until you get in there, right? You never really know. And they were saying, Trump gets the biggest crowds, by far. Do you think that translates, right? They said, but that might not translate into the voting. But now, today, people started lining up 7 hours ago. I assume it was these people. See, what they don't know is they may be the best, I can't say seats, they may be the best stands, because everyone's standing. Wait, but they don't know, they may be the best location, but these people are all going to be famous. They're going to be famous. You're all on television to smile and have a good time. Personally, if it was up to me, now you waited, what, 7, 8 hours? If it was up to me, I think I might rather be there. I want to be famous. amazing. Thank you. So, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. It started on June 16th. I announced I was going to run. All of these people said, oh, he's not going to run. He's not going to run. Why would he do that? He just wants to have fun. He's not going to run. He'll never do it. And then I signed Form A. That's when you sign your life away. So I announced I was going to run. I signed Form A. And then they said, well, I mean, he signed Form A. They can't believe it. Then they said, well, he'll never put in his financials because maybe he's not as successful as he's supposed to be. And it turned out that the financials are much more successful than anybody ever thought. In fact, if I didn't run, I would have put my financials in anyway, because nobody knows. It's private. Some of the great jobs anywhere, including Doral in Miami, Doral. And Hernberry, and many buildings all over the place, the Bank of America, but so many buildings. And I put it in, and I honestly, when I talk about it, it's a little embarrassing, but it's so good, almost 100 pages long, ahead of schedule. Even these politicians, they had like 1 page, and they're 45 days late. I put it in, I said to the accountants, you've got to do it on time. I would say on time and under budget, right? Like the state, on time. And we put it in, and they went back. Look at the number of this. Look at the media about this. Is this crazy? And they went down there to the federal elections, and they went down, and it was like feeding. Because they wanted to say, oh, maybe he's not good, maybe it's not good, maybe it's terrible. And they saw the best numbers, and they saw the best places, very little debt, tremendous cash flow, great company. And I'm not bragging, I'm saying that's the kind of thinking our country needs. We are not. Whatever the hell is up there, it's what we need. Because we are in serious trouble. And, I say it a lot. Our country doesn't win anymore. And I have another way of saying it. I said something, we don't win anymore, right? We don't win anymore. We lose all the time. But it doesn't sound as good. Our country doesn't win anymore. We don't win. We don't win with the military. ISIS, look, ISIS, do we love the military? We love them. We love the military. And the military is being treated badly, and I'll tell you who's really being treated badly, our vets, and we're going to change that. A statistic came out today that's almost as hard to believe. I said, you mean a year? You mean a year? They said, no, it's a day. I said, that's not possible. You mean a year. 22 veterans, because care is so bad. 22 veterans commit suicide in one day. Can you believe it? Who would think that's possible? I said, you mean a week? You mean a month? You mean a year? 22 a day. They can't get treated. They can't get service. They wait for 4, 5, 6 days in a waiting room. Can you imagine you go to a doctor, and if my doctor is 2 minutes late, I go crazy, right? I'm screaming out. Can you imagine you wait in a waiting room for 4, 5, 6 days, and at the end of that, you don't even get service? A lot of times they're leaving, they're going on vacation. We're going to take care of our vets, our great people. We're going to take care of And recently, a very nice woman, Nikki Haley, she came out and she made this statement. She followed Obama. And she started talking about anger, and she was referring to me, because this is like such a big movement. Last week, the cover of Time magazine, an incredible story written by somebody who's a real writer, a really talented person in the media. You don't say that often. This person, and you know, it's amazing, I never spoke to him. I should do better, and maybe I should never speak to these people. It was the best story. And it talked about, this is a modern day phenomenon. And it really is. No matter where we go, this is packed. Thousands and thousands of people outside. We have screens set up for them outside. We have thousands of people outside. You'd rather be here, right? She was saying that there's anger in what she said it, there was anger in her voice. And she was barraged by thousands of people. And they were angry because she was making it sound like anger is a bad thing. And anger isn't a bad thing. We're angry because we're run incompetently by incompetent people. We're run. And you know what? I know the people in this room. And whether you go to Mobile, we had in Mobile, Alabama, 35,000 people. We have crowd schedules that are beyond belief. In New Hampshire, we were setting every record. No matter where we go, we set every record. This is a record tonight. You can see it. Look. Every single corner of the room. Now, if there's one empty chair, and I've seen it. If there's one empty chair, the press will put it on that chair. And look at the size of this place. This is a big place. And the one reason I love protesters, and I tell you, look, there's Donald Trump right over there. Look at this guy. This guy. Look at that guy. One of the reasons I love protesters, the only way to get the cameras to turn off my face, because people have no idea how big our crowds are. They have no idea. They don't realize that we have these 15 and 20,000 seat stadiums that are packed right to the corners. All you have to do is look at the corners. They don't say that there are 5,000 people outside trying to get in. Thank you, Doug. I feel the same way. And it's incredible. You know, a friend of mine is a very, very powerful guy, very smart guy, great businessman. And we're going to use people like this to negotiate, by the way, with Mexico and China and Japan. We have people that are political hacks. And he said to me, how the hell do you do that? He watched the other night on television. We had a place that was amazing to grab. And he watched. He said, Donald, and this is a man who's one of the most successful people. He said, how do you do it? How do you get up and speak in front of that many people? I said, that's nothing. Look at all the cameras back there. 230 reporters, 230 presses. He said, how do you do it? I said, you know what? There is such, and this is, I swear this is true. There is such love in the room. It's easy. There is love, no matter where we go. And I'm the messenger. You know, I'm like a messenger. I don't consider it me. I think our message is right. A lot of people said nobody else has the message that we have. And basically, it's we're going to win again. We're not going to take this stuff. I mean, we're going to win again. We're going to start winning with our military. We're going to win with healthcare. We're going to terminate Obamacare. We're going to terminate it. We're going to get rid of Common Core, which is a total disaster. We're going to educate our children locally, with love. We're going to educate our children locally, not out of Washington, with the bureaucrats. We're going to protect our Second Amendment. We're going to protect Look at what happened between Paris, where they have the toughest gun laws in the world. Oh, they're so smart. They've got these tough gun laws. You can't have a gun in Paris. You can't have a gun in France. The only people that have the guns are the bad guys, right? They have the guns, right? So they go in different places and they kill 130 people. By the way, many more to follow. So many people so gravely wounded. And they go in and the bullets are all going in one direction. And if a few people, and I say it, sometimes I look at the audience, that guy right there, that guy right there, that guy right there, and I pick one beautiful woman right here. But if we had some guns strapped right onto the waist, believe me, if we had a gun strapped onto the ankle where you had some bullets going in the opposite way, I'd pick her too. It would have been a whole different story, folks. How about the military base a year ago? We had 5 soldiers, great soldiers. Gun-free zone, right? Gun-free zone. One of the soldiers was a world-class marksman. Nobody better with guns and weapons than this man. Won all the awards. The other 4 great soldiers. Is wacko, walks in and shoots them all, kills them. They never had a chance. Their guns are 400 yards away, locked up. Gun-free zone. You know, when you say gun-free zone, that's like candy for a baby. The sickos, they go into those areas, that's candy for a baby. We get rid of our gun-free zone. So, we're going to have strong borders. You know, one of the reasons I wanted New Hampshire is they have a huge problem in New Hampshire. Building problem. Build that wall. 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 We have fun considering the subject matter stinks. We're talking about all these problems, but here's why we're having fun. Because it's actually a message of great optimism. You know, make America great again, that's optimism. Some people say, oh, such negativity. It's the opposite. We're going to fix things up. We're going to make this country better than it's ever been before. We have to start. But this is a message of optimism. A lot of optimism. I don't see any negativity to it. I mean, it's got problems. We have big problems. The 19 trillion going to $21 trillion in debt. People don't even know what 21 trillion is. They don't even know. Smart people that do business, they say, let's see, how many 100 million are in a trillion? They don't even know. That's how much money it is. Now, I was on another subject, and these guys started holding up the wall. I'll tell you what, the politicians that I'm dealing with, and you see the negative ads now, all phony ads. Those ads are paid for by the lobbyists that are all supporting them. I'm self-funding, I'm giving my own money. Those ads, they have them on eminent domain. They have them on all sorts of stuff. Eminent domain. You don't have eminent domain, you don't have roads, you don't have highways, you don't have everything. And by the way, you should be so lucky to get hit with eminent domain because you make a fortune. They pay you to take the property. You make a fortune. But they have ads on eminent domain. They have all this stuff. They have ads on. I'll give you an example. All of the Jeff. He's asleep at the wheel, folks. No, seriously. Can you imagine Jeff negotiating with China? Here's a guy. Now, I'm in #1 place by a lot. I spent the list. That's something nice, okay? I mean, I feel guilty about it, so I'm going to spend a lot now, but I feel guilty. But I spent by far the least. So, I spent the least, and I'm in #1 place. Jag has spent like $140 million. I spent like almost nothing. This guy spent $140 million, and he's down at the bottom of the pack. Is this what we want? And you know, in his own way, he's a vicious guy. He's got that little vicious streak. Because he's a gutless guy. He's got a vicious thing. He's taking ads. He's taking ads. $20 million worth of negative ads on Trump. And did I do to him? 20 million. And I say, and you know the funny thing? If he didn't, I would never hear him. Let him go and enjoy himself. But he spends $140 million. And other guys too. They spend a fortune. They're spending money, you wouldn't believe it. It comes out of fact. And who puts up the money? Special interests. Special interests. Who else? Lobbyists. So let me tell you, sir, then we're gonna get back to your wall, okay? So, a friend of mine comes to me the other day, and he said, very strong, a doctor, very important doctor. And he says, you know, Donald, it's the most incredible thing. The United States is the largest purchaser of drugs in the world, right? Means you buy cheap. If you do that, they buy cheap. These are drugs to make you better. They're the largest in the world. And you know what happens, Donald? It's incredible. We have a situation where they don't really negotiate. They're not allowed to negotiate. He doesn't understand why. I know why immediately. Because all these guys are getting money from the drug industry. We're not allowed to negotiate. If we negotiated the price of drugs, and what you do is simple, do a favored nations question. Whoever pays the lowest cost throughout the world for these drugs, we get that, and I'd say it's 10%. What do we really want? I mean, whether you're liberal and Democrat, no matter, what do we really want? We want safety, right? We want health care. We want a good place to live. We want to make a good living. We want jobs. I mean, you think we could talk to a couple of people like that for 10 minutes if you don't have time, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe there's other problems that they have. You know, there's a lot of people, I don't understand it. You see that, and it's amazing. You'll have a room like this where you have 16,000 people, and you have so little protest. You know the amazing part to me, though? You'll have, that was what, one person or two people? So the press in the background, the press, tomorrow, headlines, protesters at the Trump meeting. So when I started on June 16th, I said illegal immigration, I made it a very big thing. And nobody thought, oh, did I take, hey, how tough was it, right? The abuse I took from the media was unbelievable. That was okay. I'm used to it. So the abuse, nobody ever has seen anything like that. And then what happened was people found out I was right. It's unbelievable crime coming to our border. They're hurting us economically, but unbelievable crime. By the way, we want people to come into our country, but they have to come into our country legally. So, the president of Mexico yesterday, or the ex-president, whatever, whoever, who cares? He said, we will not even consider paying for the wall. You have to understand. Because, okay, you ready? Who's going to pay for the wall? %100%. So I get a call from one of the reporters yesterday, and they said, the president of Mexico said they will not, under any circumstances, pay for the wall. They said to me, what is your comment? I said, the wall just got 10 feet higher. We are so tired of being pushed around by these other countries like we're a bunch of dummies. Not going to happen anymore, okay? We have a situation where we lose so much money on trade. And we lose so much money. You look at the trade deficit that we have with Mexico. So these characters that were on the stage started off with 17, now you're down to whatever, 7, 8, what difference does it make? They're going down fast, right? They're going down fast. And who won the last debate, please? Who won? Actually, You know, the online polls, Drudge is an amazing guy, by the way, Drudge. They do these online polls, like Time Magazine, Slate, I don't know, all this. They do these online polls, who won the debate? I've won every debate according to the polls. Now, I don't know, maybe not, but I think I've done well. And I've never done this stuff before, I'm a job producer. I'll be the greatest job producing president that God ever created. I'm going to take our jobs back from China. I'm going to take them back from everywhere. You know what? There's so many countries out right now. They have so many countries. We don't make any deals with any of them. We lose with everyone. This new trade deal, Trans-Pacific Partnership. There's so many. And what don't they cover in the deal to any great extent? They don't cover monetary manipulation. They don't cover devaluation. That's the way that we're getting killed. Because they're devaluing their currencies, they're killing it, they're making it impossible for our companies to compete. And it's not going to happen. We're going to change it. We're going to have the greatest business people in the world negotiating deals for us.